God's testing versus man's tempting. Genesis 22:1 tells us, "And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham." Yet James 1:13 declares, "Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man." At first glance, this may look like a contradiction, but when we look carefully, we see that the words carry different meanings. In Genesis, the Hebrew word translated tempt is nasa, which means to test, to prove, or to try. It does not mean an enticement to sin, but rather a proving of character and faith. God was not luring Abraham into evil, but testing his obedience. Abraham's faith was being refined like gold in fire, to reveal its purity and strength. In James, however, the word tempted comes from the Greek peirazo, which in context refers to enticement to sin. James makes clear that God never entices a person to do evil, because evil is contrary to his holy nature. Instead, temptation in this sense comes from our own lusts, James 1:14, or from the adversary who seeks to draw us away from God. The distinction is critical. God tests to build us, Satan tempts to break us. A test strengthens faith and reveals what is in the heart. A temptation seeks to exploit weakness and lead into sin. Abraham's trial on Mount Moriah was not a lure to disobey God, but a proving of whether he trusted God above all, even above his beloved Son. Therefore, there is no contradiction. God never tempts man with sin. He does, however, allow tests and trials to refine his people and display his glory through their faithfulness. When we face temptation, we must never accuse God, but rather lean on him to endure the test and overcome the enemy's snare.